How's it going, everyone? My name is Destiny Element. Hope you guys are all doing well, and we are back with another Honkai Star Rail video for today. And I know I've been gone for a couple days, and it's been a while since my last upload, like almost a week. And I've just been really busy and doing a lot of real life stuff. And it's like I'm back now, and we're ready to upload. I'm excited to make videos for you guys. So I know I missed the live stream. I know I missed the new characters that they talked about, and I kind of wanted to go over all of that in this video. I wanted to talk about the 1.1 update, the events that are coming, the characters, the banners, and specifically if you guys should summon or who you guys should summon for, because this is going to be our first update and I kind of wanted to cover all of it in this video, so it may be a little bit longer than usual. But overall, if you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. Let me know in the comment section who you guys are summoning for or who you guys are waiting for, and what part of the 1.1 update you're most excited about. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about obviously are the events that are coming. So we are getting a lot of events in 1.1 and I'm really excited for it because I remember when Genshin first came out with their 1.1 and their 1.2 update, and for the most part the content was pretty lackluster, I would say. Like, I wasn't really happy with the beginning of Genshin and the stuff that they were putting out, but I'm really happy to see that Star Rail is going to give us a pretty bloated update for 1.1. So the first event that we are getting is actually going to be an event with Silverwolf. This is going to be the Star Hunt game, but this event, you're basically just collecting various graffitis and painting them around the Herta space station. But the big selling point of this event is actually the free 4-star light cone that they give. So it's called Before the Tutorial Mission Starts. This is going to increase the wearer's effect hit rate, it's going to reduce the enemy's defense, and it's also going to regenerate energy for the wearer that has it equipped. Overall, it's a very strong light cone. It's a very good free-to-play option. If you were to run this light cone on a character like Pela, who already regenerates energy whenever she pops her ultimate, you're just going to have better uptime on your debuffs, you're going to have more damage coming out, and overall it's just a way better way to shred enemies as well too, because you're going to have Pela's defense shred with her ultimate, and then you're also going to have the defense shred with the light cone as well too. So overall, it's a great light cone. I definitely recommend everyone grinding for it. But continuing, we do have another event called the Bellabog Museum. So this is going to just be another event where you have to recover lost artifacts, and the big reward for this event is the relic resin. So I don't know if they're going to continue doing this with future events. I really hope they do, because getting relic resin is, in my opinion, one of the best rewards we can get, because it allows us to customize the main stat of any relic we want. And this is also really good because it reduces the amount of time that we have to spend grinding, it reduces the amount of stamina that we need to use, and it makes it easier to build characters as well. So I really do like this reward, and I hope they keep it up. But and then the final event is the Astral Curtain. So this is just going to be kind of like the boxing event. You're just kind of fighting different stages, different waves of enemies, and we're going to get a bunch of rewards for this. So I think the big reward is the relic fragments. So we are going to get a bunch of Stellar Jade, we're getting the relic fragments, the relic resin, and we're getting a free 4-star light cone. So overall, it's a pretty nice update. So the final event that I want to talk about is actually the login. And the login is going to give us a free multi over the course of 7 days. Now, this is phenomenal. I don't know if they're going to do this for every single update that comes out. I really hope they do, because giving us a free multi on login every update is going to make it easier for us to save for characters, to hit pity for characters that we want, and overall it's just a nice gesture. Like, it's just it's just something nice to do for the community every single update, because it's like it's the introduction to a new version and more events and more story, and it's like it's a nice way to get your players to log in and continue playing. So I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a nice update. Now, we are getting other stuff like companion quest for Yashing, Bailu, Silverwolf, and Locha. We're also getting the friend chat functionality. So overall, it's lots of good quality of life changes. Now, the final thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the characters. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so getting into the characters, obviously, I want to say this at the beginning. If there's any character that you like, that you've been waiting for, and that you really want to play with, please summon for that character. Do not let me or any other YouTuber dissuade you from summoning for them, because Star Rail is a really easy game. It's super free to play friendly in my opinion, and I feel like you can complete all the content in the game with whatever character you want. It's just a matter of how difficult it will be and how long it will take, but overall it's a pretty easy game. Now, as for people who want to utilize their box better and optimize their team and min-max, I would probably say that some of these characters have, a more appealing kit, and, some of them are worth summoning for more than others. But getting into Silverwolf, so Silverwolf is going to be the first banner of 1.1. She's going to have Dan, Asta, and Serval on her banner. So overall, I'm not really impressed by the 4 stars. They're just kind of all right. But Silverwolf's kit is pretty unique in my opinion. So not only is she going to have the massive oppressive amount of debuffs that she does have in her kit, so she's going to be able to reduce the enemy's attack, defense, speed. She's going to be able to increase the amount of damage that they take in general, kind of like a vulnerable effect that Welt has. So it's pretty nice. The big selling point of her kit is the fact that she can implant a weakness on the enemy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. Now, I may be looking at it the wrong way, but I know a lot of people want to run Silverwolf on a mono quantum team, and I kind of wanted to try that myself for a while, but I'm kind of looking at her kit and that debuff, and I just don't think it's gonna be as as OP as other people think. So the reason why I say that is because basically how that weakness works is, say you have an enemy that can only have their toughness broken by imaginary fire or lightning, and you're running a mono quantum team. What happens is that Silverwolf is able to apply a quantum weakness on the enemy so that your quantum allies can break the enemy's toughness. That doesn't mean that the enemy is going to have their quantum resistance lowered. So the amount of damage that you are doing with Silverwolf on your team applying that quantum weakness is going to be barely more, or probably not even that much of a difference compared to if she wasn't on your team. And the reason why I say that is because if you have an enemy that has, like, let's say 50% resistance to quantum, sure, your allies are going to be able to break the enemy's toughness, but their damage isn't going to be as high as others may seem. Like, it's just not going to be that much of a difference in my opinion where it actually matters. So I feel like you're going to be able to utilize Silverwolf a lot better on a more diverse team, and I feel like she's just kind of there to supply debuffs as like a passive way to increase your damage. Like, it shouldn't be the full focus of where your damage is coming from. So overall, I think she kind of just makes it more convenient for your team so that the enemy's toughness can be broken easier, but she's not going to be reducing the enemy's resistance to that typing. And overall, you're not going to see that much of a damage increase as, you normally think you would. So that's why I think her kit can be kind of niche. It can be kind of like situational. Something else is that, she has a certain percent chance to miss with her debuffs as well too. So when you have a character that does have nice multipliers and very nice debuffs and can apply that weakness implant, it's nice. But she also has a certain chance to miss, even though it is a low chance, it can happen. So you want to run effect hit rate on her. Now, even so, it's like her kit is probably going to be really situational when it comes out, but I don't know. I may be wrong about that. It really depends. We're just going to have to wait and see when she comes out and everyone gets their hands on her. But overall, like, she does have a nice kit and I'm actually really interested in it, but I'm probably not going to summon for her. If you are a person that has Bailu and Natasha fully invested in, maybe you have Japard fully invested in, I would probably recommend summoning for her. Like, if you don't have if you don't have Pela, if you don't have Sampo maybe like fully invested, I could understand why you may want a 5-star Nihility character, because having those debuffs could be nice, but I just don't think she's a top priority right now currently in the game. I just don't think she's necessary for a lot of content. Now, the second character, on the other hand, Locha, or Otto, I'm gonna call him Otto because I've played Honkai Impact and I've seen the atrocities that this man has committed. Like, I won't forget. Like, I know what he does. So Otto, he has a pretty bloated kit. Like, it's insane in my opinion, and I said this during my tier list video that we're just gonna have to see what Otto is looking like before the game comes out. And this is why I didn't put Bailu in double S tier, because Even though Bailu is a great heal, she has a excessive amount of healing. So when you get to endgame content and you start getting to higher trailblaze levels and your characters are fully invested in, you don't really need those excessive heals. Not only that, when you have stuff like Simulated Universe giving you the path of abundance, you don't really need that much healing, you know? And I think what's really important to understand is that Bailu doesn't have any util in her kit for the most part. Like, she has her heals, she has her invigoration, and then she has a revive. But nowhere in that kit can she buff. Can she dispel buffs off of enemies? Can she dispel debuffs off allies? Overall, her kit is it's just healing. Like, it's no different from Chi-Chi from Genshin. And this is why I put Natasha in the same tier as her, because Natasha does have that util in her kit. Now, the thing about Otto is that he kind of does it all. This man is a healer that scales off of attack. Like, he is a registered harm assist. Like, this man only wants to hurt the enemy, and I think it's actually insane because not only does he scale off of attack, but this is a healer that can auto heal. Like, he has a smart heal for the most part, so he can heal allies without consuming skill points. And this is really good because those skill points can go towards buffs, it can go towards debuffing the enemy, it can go towards using your skills on someone like Jing Yuan or Sealy. Like, overall, it is a really nice thing to have in his kit. He also can dispel debuffs off of allies and buffs off enemies. That is insane. Like, that is a really good kit. So it's like, overall, like, you have a healer that scales off of attack, can auto heal without using skill points, can dispel debuffs off of allies, buffs off enemies, and then he also has lifesteal built into his kit so allies can heal whenever they do damage. And once again, like, it's just a bloated kit. Like, the dude's insane. Like, you know, I wasn't gonna summon for him, but after seeing what he does, I'm kind of tempted to. Like, I have Natasha invested in, and I also have Japard, so I don't really need another healer, but I feel like having him would just overall be really nice to have. So if you're someone that doesn't have Natasha invested in, if you don't have Bailu, if you don't have Japard, if you need a second support for your Memory of Chaos or Forgotten Halls, I definitely recommend picking him up because he is going to make every bit of content in the game easier for your team, and he's going to be a character with a very long lifespan because his kit is just it's just insane. And the final character I wanted to talk about is Yukong. So she is a 4-star imaginary harmony character. She's going to increase your allies' attack. She's going to increase your team's crit rate and crit damage. And overall, her whole kit revolves around keeping buffs on your allies. So she's kind of like a mini Bronya, and she's very good. If you were to run Ting Yun and Yukong on the same team, that would probably be a way more efficient hyper carry team than running just Ting Yun and Asta if you don't have Bronya. Now, I don't know who will be a better slot with Bronya because I know a lot of people are running Ting Yun and Bronya together. Now, you could do Yukong and Bronya, and maybe that would be a little bit better, but it really depends. Her buffs are insane. Her kit looks great. Her Eidolons look great. If you are someone that has Bailu, Natasha, Japard, if you have if you are a person that is like very sufficient with your debuffs and your heals, maybe you don't need Silverwolf or Otto, but you really want Yukong. I don't recommend summoning for Yukong specifically because we are getting a free copy of her in 1.2. So unless you are a whale and you really want the Eidolon 6, I recommend saving. This update it's a pretty nice update. You know, we're getting some great characters, we're getting some great light cones, some great events, but in the grand scheme of it, I would say to look at your box, look at the characters that you invested in and the characters that you have, and I guess just ask yourself, like, do I need a second healer? Do I need another debuffer? What team can I run these characters on? And, you know, how badly do I want them? And do I have the materials to ascend these characters? So, you know, if you don't have Bailu or Natasha or Japard, or if you don't have like Natasha fully invested in, then yeah, I would probably summon for Otto. If you are someone that doesn't have any debuffer or any defense shred on your team, then I would probably go for Silverwolf. If I had to say priority wise, I would say Otto is a bigger priority than Silverwolf because he has way too much util in his kit, and I think he is a invaluable asset to your team as well too because of the dispels that he has, whether it's on enemies buffs or debuffs on your allies. Like, I just think his kit is overall really good, so that's what I would recommend personally. After all, like, after this update, we are getting Blade and we are getting Kafka, and then we also have characters like Fushuan that are also around the corner. So, you know, it's just stuff to be mindful of because you have to ask yourself what character you want more. But yeah, that's basically it. This is everything I wanted to cover for 1.1. I wanted to share my thoughts and opinion. We're gonna have a bunch of other videos uploaded to the channel coming soon, so hopefully you guys stick around and watch that. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.